Hello, my name is Cheyenne and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be doing a story time about how I found out I was pregnant, how I broke it to my family, and my birth experience, and if I have any tips for teen moms out there. So let's dive right in. So the story time on how I found out I was pregnant is actually kind of funny. Um, I was just got with this guy, and we smoked a little bit and here and there, and I didn't really smoke much. So for a couple of months I was doing good. My tolerance was going up and all that, blah blah blah. But then I started to get really sleepy and like almost green out every time I smoked if I didn't eat first. That's never happened to me for the whole couple months I was smoking. So I knew something was up, and I was like, I just feel like I need to go get birth control. I'm on my way to the health department. I made the appointment and I'm on my way, and they're like, "You're pregnant. You can't get birth control." So I didn't end up getting birth control. Instead, I got a proof of pregnancy paper that I had to go show my boyfriend at the time, and that's kind of how it went from there. I was 17, he was 16. We were young, and with us being so young, we were both terrified to tell anyone. We kept it a secret for like 2, 3 months, and then eventually we broke down and talked about it, talked about who we were going to tell, how we were going to tell them, and one person would go and tell people. Like I told my family, he told his, other than me and his sister told his mom. But we all, everyone found out. It was very crazy. The reactions at first were kind of angry. Everyone was very angry with us. Like I said, the reactions at first were kind of negative and angry, but as the pregnancy went on, everyone became very happy and positive, and they were helping, and they were like, "Is there anything you need? Call us," things like that. And my parents actually paid for 4 photo shoots for him whenever he was first born. So I'm very, very thankful for all the help and all the unnecessary stuff that we did get to have. Those are, pleasures that not everyone gets to have. So I'm very thankful and very happy. So now that I've told you guys my story, like how I found out I was pregnant, and there really isn't a like crazy story time on how anyone reacted. They all kind of reacted the same. There's not much to say there, but I can go ahead and dive into my birthing experience. Oh, that was crazy. So my birthing experience was very crazy. I get there at like 4 in the morning, and I don't have give birth until 5 at that night, which that's not very uncommon. I was dilating very slowly throughout the day. They broke my water, like they came in and broke my water, and I go start pushing. This is where it gets complicated. Okay, I go to start pushing, and I've only pushed a couple times. They put me on my side. He gets stuck. I start fading in and out of like it starts going black. Okay, my vision starts going in and out, and my hearing does too. Like I'm only hearing bits and pieces, but I remember what I do remember is, um, what I do remember is I was pushing, and my blood pressure was going up and his was going down, and then I would stop pushing, and then my blood pressure would go down and his would go up. And that's kind of like, it was not good. The doctors were like, we have to do an emergency C-section, and they did. And I felt that whole thing. I remember screaming, and as they like cut me open, and the feeling is just undescribable. I just remember getting like feeling the blood get all over my face. Like it's gross, and it's very traumatizing for sure, especially for a 17-year-old. Traumatizing, most definitely. But I didn't, they took him. I didn't get to hold him. And then they put me in a different room after they had the emergency C-section, and then I finally got to hold him. I was bawling at this point. I wanted my baby, and they wouldn't let me have him. So finally they did let me have it, but they had to do their routine checkup, things like that. I didn't understand that. I just wanted my kid. So I'm crying. They give him to me, and it goes from there. I start FaceTiming my family and showing them who all's not there with me at the hospital. I start showing them the baby and let them see on FaceTime and on video chat. And then the people who were there at the time, my boyfriend and his dad, was there, and my grandma, but she ended up leaving, so I wasted my second visit. This was during COVID. I low-key wasted my second visit visitor pass on my grandma. She was only there for the birth, and then she just was kind of at work. So I could have let like his mom, like my baby's grandma, come and see him, but that's okay. It's okay. I'm glad my grandma was part of that, and it wasn't like my mom or my dad, because I just wasn't comfortable enough with either one of them at that time. I have a much closer relationship with my dad now than I do my mom. I don't talk to her at all. That's a story time for another day. But yeah, that's my story time. I'm 20 years old now. My baby's 2. We are doing so much better than when we first started out. But who isn't? Life's life. I hope you did enjoy the story time. If you have any questions, please just comment them down below, and I will make a video answering all of them, like a Q&A. Okay? So have a lovely day, and bless you all. Goodbye.